Hello, my name is Rowlands and I'm a nutritional balancing practitioner, and in this video I'm going to talk about something very important. I believe it's a major breakthrough, and I believe it's a question thousands if not hundreds of thousands of people ask every day. And the question is, what is the cause of visual snow? Now, this has been a big thing in my life for many years. I initially got visual snow back in 2005, and with a lot of other different things. I wasn't aware that it was visual snow at the time. It wasn't even the biggest priority on my list. I had so many other issues, a lot of other eye issues, including things like floaters and after images. I also had severe depression, extreme fatigue, candida, fungal infections, you name it, I kind of had it. And came across a healing program that luckily managed to heal me of my symptoms through various different things, including diet and detoxification, meditation, lifestyle changes, seeking the truth, and many other different things. As a result, I managed to overcome many issues, including some very rare things like visual snow, derealization, depersonalization, brain fog, and things like EMF sensitivity, which I was very sensitive to. Fortunately, I've managed to overcome everything at deep levels too, so at a level whereby if I'm in a stressful situation, it doesn't come back like a lot of people talk about when they say they've healed. When they go through a stressful situation, 9 times out of 10 their symptoms will start to come back. That did happen to me around 5 years into my healing program. I could say that, I've overcome my ailments, but in a stressful situation, they would come back temporarily until I would, kind of get myself out of that situation, and I would return to health again. But now I'm in a position 8 years down the line into this healing program, whereby I've healed on such a level that I can deal with pretty much any stressful situation, which is a huge major accomplishment. Now, because of the journey that I went through, I felt the need to go out and help other people. As a result of that, I became a nutritional balancing practitioner a few years ago and started making YouTube videos, and made a few videos on visual snow and got a lot of clients through that. Now, working with these clients over the years, I figured out various trends, and I'm happy to kind of say to you guys today, I'm pretty confident of the cause of visual snow, which I will get into a little bit in this video. I initially made a video a few years ago, maybe 2 years ago now, entitled Visual Snow, Copper Toxicity, a Likely Link. I named that on the title on purpose, a likely link, because there was a likely link, and there is 100% a link between copper toxicity and visual snow, but it runs a little bit deeper than that. So, what I've found in all people is that everyone who suffers from visual snow has liver damage, liver toxicity, basically. And what I have found is that in order to heal visual snow, you need to heal the liver. And one of the biggest reasons why people stumble up, in my opinion, in dealing with visual snow is they're looking in the wrong areas. They're looking to the eyes, they're looking to the brain, and the brain does cause you to see visual snow, and I'll talk about the link between the liver and the brain and the eyes in this video. So first things is, people are looking in the wrong area, trying to figure out what to do in the brain, what to do in the eyes, when in reality you want to be looking more towards the liver, and actually you want to be looking at the body as a whole. I will say, just because I'm speaking about liver toxicity, when people have liver toxicity, they have a full body breakdown as well. So, when you're healing the liver, when you're doing the program that I teach, you will also have to be looking at the body as a whole. So we'll be looking at the adrenal glands, the thyroid gland, the digestive system, everything, the body as a whole. But specifically when it comes to visual snow, you want to be focusing on the liver, or looking at the liver as the culprit. So the first thing is people looking in the wrong area. The second thing is, once you figure out it's the liver or whatever, then how do you fix it? This is the biggest problem. Like, it's so precise these days in how to heal. Most people just don't know how to do it. And then the third thing is time, length. It doesn't take one day, it doesn't take a week, it doesn't take 2 weeks, it doesn't even take several months to heal the liver. This is often a long-term process. It doesn't mean that you're going to be doing a healing program or a liver detox program for 2 or 3 years and then all of a sudden your visual snow will just turn off. It is a gradual improvement in visual snow over time as the liver improves as well. So that's something to note. Don't be too put off by the time it can take to heal the liver, because visual snow generally will start to decrease as the liver begins to heal itself. So why does the liver cause visual snow? So basically what happens is, what we found is that the main reason why people see visual snow is because of a vitamin A dysregulation. Now, don't go out running to the shops to buy vitamin A, because that will not solve the issue, as I will discuss in this video. Vitamin A is basically needed by the eyes and the brain to convert light signals coming in through your eyes to electrical signals in the retina. Now, when the correct vitamin A is not within the cells, then what happens is you will get a grainy vision. That's the basic of it. It does get more scientific and more complex than that, but that's the basics of it. When vitamin A is not regulated properly within the body, the correct type of vitamin A, then the light signals coming in through your eyes is not converted properly into electrical signals. This is why this is why the eye generally looks fine, and this is why on various scans on the brain you will see a brain issue, like a hypermetabolism of the brain, as the brain is trying to form images, but the images are coming in like a fuzziness, because the light signals have not been properly converted. Now, when the liver gets damaged, there are cells in the liver called hepatic cells, and these basically store vitamin A, good forms of vitamin A. And when the liver gets damaged, it's not quite well understood how, but the vitamin A gets removed from these cells. So vitamin A is not properly regulated by the liver as a result of this liver damage. Now, a lot of people will say, well, how have I got liver damage? Why do I have liver damage? Liver damage is so common these days because we live in the most polluted life that we've ever lived as human beings. There is literally toxins and chemicals everywhere you look, from the pollution coming out of cars to even clothing, synthetic clothing, paints, cookware, aerosols, you name it. We're getting bombarded by toxins. And it doesn't help that we're living in such a stressful environment that our adrenal glands are becoming weak, our thyroid glands are becoming weak, and this basically shuts down the detox pathways of the body, and the liver will begin to congest and damage itself. And a lot of eye issues are actually related to the liver. If you actually look in Chinese medicine, the Chinese in Chinese medicine always link the eyes with the liver. You'll also find that floaters is also connected with liver toxicity. So if you're suffering from floaters, it's also important to fix the liver. A lot of people who have Accutane, for example, they end up getting visual snow. Accutane is basically a synthetic form of vitamin A. It's a very, very unhealthy form of vitamin A, and it displaces the healthy versions of vitamin A, and the body stops to regulate it properly. So this is one of the reasons why people with Accutane, who take Accutane, get visual snow. And I understand it's counterintuitive that these people need vitamin A, but they need the correct forms of vitamin A. I did a video in the past talking about copper toxicity and visual snow. Not a lot of the time, every single time a person who has visual snow comes to me, they also have copper toxicity. Why is this? Because basically when you've got liver toxicity, you will have adrenal fatigue as well. When the adrenals are fatigued, the adrenals stop sending signals to the liver to create an enzyme called ceruloplasmin, which binds to copper and keeps copper properly regulated within the body. So when people have got copper toxicity, they also have a myriad of other symptoms, including various skin conditions, a racing mind. People can also get schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, brain fog, detachment from reality, PMS, you name it. Copper toxicity is usually involved in many different symptoms of people. So how to fix this? Well, I fixed it using the nutritional balancing program that I teach now as a practitioner. I suppose I was the lucky one. I was very lucky. I came across this, it worked, and as a result I learned a lot and managed to give you this sort of information. It's not as simple as running out to the shops and getting vitamin A, so please do not do that. It's not as simple as getting on any run-of-the-mill liver detoxification system. It's a very precise system. Things like spirulina won't work, things like juicing won't work, things like chlorella won't work. It's very precise. Now what we do in a nutshell is give people a very alkaline diet, rich in nutrients, rich in minerals. We have a few detox procedures, a couple that are very excellent for the liver, very good for liver detoxification and liver healing. Sauna therapy is an excellent method that we recommend. We also recommend things like meditation. So one of the hurdles of fixing this is that copper, which a lot of people have, copper toxicity, is built up in the brain, and the brain will actually use copper to keep a racing mind going. So meditation is needed for a person to slow down the mind and in turn detox copper from the mind. A very in-depth, precise process. Other things are lifestyle changes, learning to slow down, grounding yourself is extremely important, and a few other things. Now this is not just an isolated program. I'm not just trying to isolate people. It's a well-known program. It's called Nutritional Balancing. There's plenty of practitioners out there on the internet, so you don't just have to speak to me. Although I am, albeit I am what you would call an expert, I would say, in visual snow and liver detoxification and toxicity. So I hope that's helped you guys out a little bit. If you want to know more about this program, then just please look at my YouTube channel. I have hundreds and hundreds of videos helping people on various different ailments. I have a few videos on visual snow that you just have to search in our channel. Check out the visual snow and the copper toxicity if you want more information. Check out my videos on adrenal burnout, adrenal fatigue, because that's something that you guys will also be suffering from if you've got visual snow. If you want more information on starting the nutritional balancing program and dealing with all of these issues, then feel free to send me an email, Lewis, Lewis @deephealingspace.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe. If you feel this video is going to be helpful for other people, please send it to them. I do genuinely believe this information is so important to get out there. People have been trying to figure out the cause of visual snow for years. I've been trying to figure it out for years, and I never really well, I never put anything on my channel unless I'm very, very certain about it. It's one of the reasons why I did a visual snow video a couple of years back about copper toxicity. I did mention in the title a likely link, and that still rings true. Definitely a link to visual snow. But now we have found the culprit, which is the liver and vitamin A regulation, and that's what you need to deal with. And it is a holistic approach. It's not isolated. It's not about fixing the liver. It's not about giving yourself better vitamin A. It's definitely a holistic approach. Alright guys, I hope that's helped you out a lot. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and if you need any help, send me an email, lewis, Lewis, @deephealingspace.com. Thanks for watching.